I gotta mute my phone here real quick. All right, I'm ready.
Hey there, Ramble Force. Kris Gamble here from the Digital Ramble with another episode simulcast from the UK and Houston, Texas. I've got JJ over in Texas. Hey, JJ.
Hey, buddy, how are you?
We're good. We're good over here.
Man, fantastic weekend for us. It was incredible. It just went by way too fast.
Well, we're into the second month of the year now, and spring is starting to spring here, or spring has sprung.
Spring has sprung.
Yeah, so a lot of people, a little bit of pace in their step now. Things are starting to brighten up, starting to get a bit lighter at night, and the calendar for work is filling up by the day.
No doubt about it. You know, I'm super excited about this week's episode, Top 5 Ultimate Smart Speakers. I mean, it's going to be as good as last week's episode. I mean, last week's episode, Gamble, completely unexpected.
Huge viewing figures. We're hugely appreciative of the support we got on the last episode, and it actually proved to be a catalyst for Season 10. So we start Season 10 today. We're going to be doing a whole season of top fives, and we're starting with smart speakers today.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to touch on last week's episode. We actually had a bunch of offline engagement with different people from around the world talking about how cool that episode was. One of the guys that I was hit up by was Dennis Erskine with the Erskine Group, and he does some really amazing theaters, but he was really grateful to hear us talking about this because he was actually kind of shopping for alarm systems, and this was a possibility of one of the directions he might have gone with. But the emphasis of hiring a home technology professional to install a life safety device, and he's absolutely correct about that. I mean, you don't want although it says DIY on the box, I mean, you are putting your family's safety in your own hands, and you really want to hire a licensed, certified dealer that knows how to install an alarm system because it's life safety, and you want to make sure it's done correctly and done professionally and done right, regardless of how sticky easy it is. I mean, you want confidence in that alarm system is going to work when you need it.
Yeah, for sure. Hire that Home Tech Pro. Now, for people who want to catch up on our previous episodes, we're up to 58 now, so there's a lot of catching up to do if you're new to the show. You can get it all in one convenient place. That's over at our website at digitalrambleshow.com.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you want to send us an email, please do that, digitalrambleshow@gmail. You can also check us out. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just search for Digital Ramble, or just use Siri or use Amazon Echo or Google and say, hey, give me some Digital Ramble content. Man, it's all going to pop up with the ease of voice, right?
That's right. And for people that want to go that little bit further supporting the show, we've got a Patreon page set up. Just search for the Digital Ramble on patreon.com. Look for our name, the logo, and drop from as little as $1 a month. You can support the show. And starting from next month, or maybe in a few weeks' time, we're going to be dropping in an exclusive for our Patreons. And that's going to be a Q&A with the Digital Ramble. So we get all these questions every month. We're going to answer them live on a broadcast within our Patreon page.
Yeah, absolutely. And for those that don't know who we are, I'm JJ Cannon, CEO of Digital Delight right here in Houston, Texas, where we create incredible experiences through technology. And on Mondays, I love getting on the mic with my good friend Gamble here, talking about tech.
Yeah, so I'm the other half of the podcast. I'm based over here in the UK. I have a business called Customized, a busy little small family-run business looking after customers in their home tech in the east of England and the London area.
All right, Gamble, you ready to get into this top 5 ultimate smart speaker list?
Yeah, let's go for this. This is going to be a fun season, guys, so stay tuned for more top 5s.
All right, Mike, hit that button.
Okay, so the top 5 season is all about JJ and myself breaking down 5 of the hottest products in a category. So we're looking at today, smart speakers. In the future, there's going to be features on televisions, remote controls, light bulbs, all sorts, door locks, doorbells, all sorts of stuff that we've got up our sleeve. And we're going to go through 5 products one at a time, We've got some categories that we're going to review and score and rank them, give these products an overall score, and then we're going to see who comes out on top on the top 5 in each week. So smart speakers today, we've got 5 products you'll probably know. There's a few curveballs in there which you might not be expecting, and we want you to participate in the top 5. We want you to make it a top 6, top 7, top 8. What's your favorite and what do you think is the best smart speaker this week?
Yeah, Gamble, I'm super excited about this. Not all of these products I've had true hands-on experience with. I mean, a lot of them we see at expos and in applications in large format areas. But a lot of these products, or several of these products, we actually do see on a regular basis in clients' homes. So speaking from some experience, I'm pretty excited to get into this list.
Yeah, we've got a strong lineup here, ranging from the luxury end of the market down to extremely affordable entry-level technology that still packs a punch. So I'm excited. So JJ, let's get into number 1. It's a brand we've talked about a lot, and it's a speaker which is probably their all-round best speaker, pound for pound, within their lineup. And we've picked out the Sonos One.
Right.
I mean, the first category on it.
Yeah,
first category, Sonos. Sorry. The first category that we're going to rank it, Sonos One, price, $199. Very, very affordable speaker.
Yeah, and I like it. It comes in 2 really fabulous colors, although they do have some customized design colors as well. They come in a black or in a white, just straight off the shelf. And the size and shaping is really, really easy and convenient. You can place it in a variety of different areas. And you can also get, a couple of different kind of mounting systems if you don't want it to necessarily just sit onto the cabinet countertop.
Yeah, for me, this has got the look to blend into your home effortlessly. Nice matte black, matte white finish, concealed cable cord going into it. You can hook up Ethernet as well, but it's not always the case when it's installed. Nice sleek finish on top with touch sensitive buttons, a little bit LED lighting for status on the microphone and giving you status on volume and mute and things like that. So really stylish little speaker, this.
Yeah, absolutely. And those buttons that are on the top, I mean, they serve multiple functionalities. So, it really increases the ease of use, as well as, I think, kind of enhances the performance of that speaker, because let's get into it. You can integrate voice control. I mean, locally inside of the Sonos One, you can either choose to activate Amazon Echo, or you can use Google to control it, but you have those buttons up on top to where you can volume up, volume down, pause, play, and then if you don't want your voice control access to it, you can actually simply mute the microphone that's built into it.
Yeah, so this is a small but powerful speaker. It's going to fill a room, but not the largest of rooms. It can be paired with another speaker to create a stereo pair, and it can also be used to create a rear surround sound configuration if you've got one of the Sonos sound bars. So quite a innovative little speaker. It's very flexible to different scenarios in your home, as single, as a double, or as rear surrounds. And this is obviously integrates with other Sonos speakers, but also has the ability to AirPlay 2 music to it from your iOS device. You can link to it straight from Spotify, which I think is a great integration for a smart speaker, and others in this category will have that as well, that you can go straight from the Spotify app. Packs a lot in. Let's break down this one then, JJ. Marks out of 10 on price, $199. What are we going to give that on price? I'm giving it a 7. I think it's a solid 7 on price.
Yeah, I think the price is right in line. It plays fair. I think it's a well-built product for the price, as well as it packs a big punch. Flexibility that this system has, I think that price is crazy fair. I think I'll go along with an 8 on that one.
8 on price, okay. Style. Now, we talked about this fitting into home decor. 2 color choices. You can go for some limited edition options. There's a few on the Hay collection. That's one to look out for on the old eBay and online stores might have it. It's a hard one to get. But style, JJ, I'm going to go for a 6. I think it's a groundbreaking, stylish bit of kit, but it does blend in nicely with home decor with a matte white, matte black finish.
I think the style is simple and yet sophisticated. I do like that Sonos has a variety of custom colors. So I think I'll go in there with a 6 as well.
Performance, it's not gonna completely fill the largest room, but it's a capable speaker that does pack a punch. It's got good bass, good high and low end frequencies out of this thing. Performance for the price, I'm going to give it an 8. I've always been very impressed with the Sonos One and its predecessor, the Play One as well.
I like the ability of it working in conjunction with a whole house system. Super easy. The app, we didn't mention the app, but the app is super flexible. The streaming service that's available to it, I'm going to give it a 9, Gamble. I think it's way up there. Wow. I think it's a great competitor.
Okay, so on innovation, we're looking at what it's done to the market, what features it's got that it maybe changed the market. One thing I want to mention is this has got dual voice control options, and I think this is its innovative angle for this speaker. You can either choose Google Assistant or Amazon Echo Madam A as your chosen voice assistant. So for innovation, that's an all-round voice assistant built in. I think this is an 8 for me again. It really is.
Man, I'm going to go a little bit higher than that, Gamble. I'm going to give it a 9. I mean, they are the leaders in the pack when it comes to smart speakers and streaming speakers, and I think that Sonos is definitely ahead of the curve, and everybody's just trying to chase them and keep up to them on their innovation.
Sure. And then the last one we're going to score on is integration. And that's how nicely it works with others. And I see it working nicely with my Lutron lighting system, my Logitech remote control, connects up to my TV, to my other Sonos products, or integrates with them, the soundbar for rear surrounds, pairs up with another one for a stereo setup, AirPlay available to me. It's got a lot going for it. I'm going to give it 1 mark less than a 10 because it does lack Bluetooth. And I know that's available on one of their other speakers on the Move. So I'm going to give it a 9 on integration. I think Sonos does a great job of working with so many other products out there. But just because it doesn't have that Bluetooth, I think that puts a few people off.
Yeah, Bluetooth is a nice feature. And I'll go with the 9 with you. I'll side with you on that one, Gamble. I think it integrates beautifully for the Knowles style of design, that we've been talking about. I think it blends beautifully with a variety of different products out there. Okay,
so that's the Sonos One. Next up, we have a new speaker to the market, which if you've got this in your home, let us know, leave a comment. The Echo Studio from Amazon. This is their new high-fidelity speaker with 3D audio and Madam A built in. This is a true smart speaker. Amazon have gone for style on this one, so it might get a high score in that category. Have you seen this speaker, JJ? So this is the new flagship one from Amazon.
I have seen it, and it looks like actually a pretty good piece.
Yeah, so the price on that one, $199 again. So going toe-to-toe with the Sonos. You've got that smart hub built in. You've got the 5 speakers built into that unit. Which allows it to do some pretty cool things when it's paired with others or on its own. It's saying here it's a Dolby Atmos equipped speaker, 3D audio equipped speaker when used with other Amazon devices like the Fire Cube and the Fire TV Stick 4K.
Yeah. That's one thing is that it says it's Dolby Atmos, but only with the Amazon Fire and that Cube. So it's not for anything that you plug into it.
Still, that's a pretty big statement out there. That's the hottest kind of audio tech out there at the moment, the audio format, Dolby Atmos. And also this one's got Bluetooth. So that's the kind of key features of the Echo Studio. Great sounding speaker. I've heard it. I've seen customers with it. It's not something that we sell, but I've seen customers have it in their home. So definitely consider this one. So on price,
And Gamble, the
199.
other thing that I like about it is that you can drop in from one to the other. So if you
Yeah.
have multiples throughout your house, similar to the rest of the Echo family, it can act as a drop-in speaker and intercom to one room to the other.
Yeah, this has got a lot of tech packed into it for that price. So $199, I think that's great value. I'm going to give that an I'm going to give that a 9. I think this has got a lot packed inside it at that kind of price point. What are you giving me on price out of 10, JJ?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with an 8 on the price as well.
Okay.
All right, I'll get into why I stuck to the 8 as well on that one as we
Okay,
as we go through this.
what about style? It's got like a kind of fabric kind of wrap. It's got this big letterbox kind of opening around it. Hard buttons rather than touch buttons at the top. I was maybe a little bit harsh on the Sonos one on style, so I give that a 6. I'm going much lower than this. I'm giving it a 3. I think it's quite an ugly speaker. I'm going to put it out there. I don't think it's the best looking speaker on the market, so
It's
I'm
just
giving it
missing. It's just
3.
missing two like googly eyes, and then it's marshmallow head or something.
Yeah, yeah, Cookie Monster or something like that.
I'm not too excited about the style on this guy either. Gamble. I'm kind of middle of the road on it. A fiver. I'll throw a fiver out there for it. Yeah, not too exciting for me.
Performance, I'm going to give this a high score. I think this has got a great output for the price. I think it goes toe to toe with speakers much more expensive. So for the amount of audio tech built into this and what it can do, I'm going to give it an 8 on audio performance.
Man, I'm not even close. I'm not even close to you on that one.
Okay.
I'm not feeling it. I mean, it says Dolby Atmos, but I don't see how you can get Dolby Atmos out of one speaker. Because Dolby Atmos is traditionally, it's a 7 speaker layout. I think it's although it says it's smart, I don't think it's smart enough to trick your mind into thinking it's true Dolby Atmos. I think it's also limited on its performance ability when you can only use that feature only with Amazon, and you can't plug up your television or your cable box to utilize those types of features. So it's kind of limiting. So, I
What are you giving me?
I
What are
think
you giving
I'm
me?
fiver, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. It's low. Innovation. Has it really changed the game, or has it followed where others have led? I think it's tried to push the boundaries a little bit. It has been innovative with the Dolby Atmos 3D sound. It's working within its own ecosystem, and I can't, say it too much against that because I'm a fan of ecosystems. So for me, innovation not high, but I'm going to give it a 6 on innovation.
Okay, I'm there with you.
Yeah.
With the other products, like if we'll see down the road as far as if it continues to innovate, and it probably will. I'm wondering if Ring can integrate with it so it announces, like somebody's at your front door, you can communicate with people at the front door, with Ring. I think that
Yeah.
would be cool. But I'll do a sixer on that one.
Okay. And then finally, integration. We talked about it kind of being a closed shop in the way that it deals with its audio from the TV. And, I know you've got Bluetooth, but I think on the kind of audio integration, it's not that strong. I think on the smart home integration, it is strong. This is a smart home hub, JJ. This has got Zigbee built in. It's a Zigbee hub or bridge for your connected home. You can connect to things like Philips Hue light bulbs as an example. You don't need to have another hub. Just add the light bulbs. So integration, I'm going to go high on this because it's got that smart home credentials. It's got all the tick boxes for audio integration as well. I have to give it a 9 just for the smart home. It's a smart home hub as well. So it's a real Swiss Army knife of tech.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'll just have to wait on this one. I'll give it a 7. I really
Okay.
feel that I'm being nice on that one, but I'll give it a 7. I don't know. I had to play with it a little bit more.
Okay. Right. We're going up market now, JJ. We're going over to the nice streets of France. I can imagine walking the streets of Paris, hearing some nice music coming from a place. Maybe it's from Bruno's apartment in Paris.
Yeah, right. Gaffa
Yeah.
man. Hey, and
Yeah.
friends, as we're going through this list, down below. Type in your comments. Are we crazy? I mean, do you like this? That we're trying to, assign a value to this. Hit us up with some, thumbs up if you're watching us on Facebook, or, some mean faces like, oh, that's one of my favorite products. I can't believe you're destroying it with such low ratings, Canon. Tell us down below what you think. All right, Gamble.
So next up, we've got a beautiful speaker, really a design icon for me. We've got the Devialet, or Devialet. We need to get the pronunciation on this one. The Phantom Reactor 900 speaker. This is,
this thing is
an
gorgeous.
Expensive speaker. This is $1,350. And for that, you get quite an odd-looking speaker. It's not your traditional kind of cube shape or boxy speaker. Very sculptured, very stylish, with high quality materials used here. Very stylish speaker. High performance, JJ. This thing has got insane performance.
900 watts, bro.
Oh,
900 watts. That had more than my Geo Metro did back in the early 90s.
And this thing moves. This thing
like
reacts. Reactor. That's the key word. This thing shifts that air. Phenomenal. It's something to watch. They're actually.
It's a work of art.
Mesmerizing.
It's a work of art, no doubt about it. It has 18 hertz to 21 kilohertz. You can feel every note that this speaker produces. I mean, and it sounds fantastic. It's truly a work of art, no doubt about it.
Yeah, and this thing is small, extra small form factor, but extra large sound output. It's just incredible, the engineering gone behind this. So innovation for me, this is going to be quite high, I think. And then integration, it's a network connected speaker. It connects up to Spotify. You can natively use the Spotify app to connect to it. Multi-room audio, just all the connections you'd expect. No voice assistant built in. That is one change from the two we've looked at earlier. Doesn't have that. It's maybe too cool for that.
Well, it does have AirPlay, so you can AirPlay. You can connect all your, you can do all your streaming, but it doesn't do voice control. Yeah. Yeah,
it's got optical input, so it's an interesting connection that the others tend not to have. But at that price, you're expecting a lot. $1,350. So, JJ, I'm going to put a rating on price. I have to say, pound for pound in this category, price has got to be low for me. So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10 on price. It's just a bit out of my budget, I'm afraid.
I think for it personally, I have to have 2, Gamble. And,
right.
And if I have to have, no, not the number 2 as a score. Okay. But you have to have 2. You got to have like a stereo pair. So, you're looking at $2,700. That actually fits in line with a lot of the client base that we service. I think, and it packs a lot of wallop for that price. I'm going to give it a 6, Gamble.
Wow. Okay, style. Coolest speaker on the market. There's no doubt about it.
Coolest smart speaker, no doubt about it.
People are going to walk into your home and say, "What is that on
Turn
your
it
countertop?"
on. I want to hear it.
Yeah. So I'm giving it a big 10. I'm not holding back on this one. This is the coolest speaker out there for me.
All right.
What are we saying, JJ? You going big?
I'm going to sound repetitive, but it's a 10, no doubt about it. And it's got some cool accessories too.
Yeah, they've got like this little bowling ball bag you can carry it around in. You've got your legs for it. You can have it on like a kind of pedestal feet. This thing is ultra cool. They got a very good design team behind this product. Performance, we talked about that 900 watts. This is a major statement, audio statement. If you've got this, you're gonna play your music loud and proud. So performance, I'm gonna give it a 9. I think it's up there.
Gamble, I've heard this in giant areas as well as in a controlled environment. So I've heard it in both types of spaces. And the controlled environment that I heard it in, Gamble, was all glass. which
Yeah.
is not, ideal for any type of acoustics or anything like that. But it went to show that it's a really good speaker, and the performance is way up there. I'm going to give it an 8 for sure.
Okay. Innovation, I think it's certainly made its own mold. It's gone in a direction that others maybe feared going in, and they've taken it to a new audio technology to a new place. So innovation, I'm going to give it an 8 on that. I think it's high on innovation.
Yeah, eight for me as well on that. And it's almost like they didn't look at anybody else's gear. It's like, what do we think this thing should look like? How do we think it should perform? All right, let's build something that nobody's ever seen before. And I think they've done a fantastic job at it.
Yeah. And on integration, we talked about this, working with a lot of the streaming services, your Bluetooth, you got physical inputs as well. I think it integrates well for an audio speaker. There's maybe a few smart home credentials it doesn't have, but I think we can look beyond that in this one. Integration, I'm going to give it a 7. I think it's got all the connections you need on a smart speaker.
I like that every individual speaker has a low frequency driver in it. It's built into it to give you, whether you have one or you put them together and do a full surround sound, you have even distribution of low frequencies as well as high frequencies from every aspect. It doesn't have voice. I'd love for it to have voice control. But you can connect everything up to it. It's not limiting. So I'm going to give it an 8 for that as well, Gamble.
Okay, high scores for this one. So we've got 2 left. We're running up on our time a little bit, so we've got to get through this. So next up, and this is kind of caused a lot of headlines when it came out. It was the much anticipated speaker that kind of left people a little bit deflated. Even the Apple fanboys and girls were a little bit deflated. The Apple HomePod, though, $299, JJ. This was Apple's great white hope for them to take the audio market by storm, and it fell a bit flat. But don't be put off by it. This is still packs a punch. This is a very capable speaker. That $299, you're getting a premium product there for your money.
Yeah, I think it's a well-built product. You're right, man. It just did not take off by any means. But whenever you start looking at the features that it packs in, I think $299 is an okay price. I'm gonna give it like a 5, to be honest with you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go 5 as well, because I think $299 still a little bit premium, although it is Apple. It's still a little bit in price compared to the Sonos One. For style, though, this is stylish. I like the look of it. I don't know about the long term, that stretch fabric wrap that it's got around it. I'm sure my daughter would just destroy that if she got her fingers on it. So style, though, I think it fits in with the decor of a lot of homes. It has got a cool factor for me. I'm gonna give it a 7 on style.
Yikes, man! I'm gonna give it a 5. I just see my own fingers dirtying that thing up. I'm a working man, and I just feel like if I come home and I don't happen to wash my hands immediately, it's gonna have my fingerprints all over that thing in no time.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't have to touch it really, but people do and move things around, and that's fine. Performance on this, I've heard this in a busy Apple store. I've heard it in a nice chilled living room, and you can hear this thing. This thing does fill a space. You can pair it with others to create a stereo pair. You can group it with other speakers to create multi-room, and I think it is a well-performing speaker. I think it's got a good output. It also good at low volume levels, still got the clarity. I'm always impressed with the performance on this. I think they've got a lot of audio nerds working in the background at Apple with their acquisition of Beats and all that talent they bought there. That this is a good performing speaker. I'm going to give it an 8 on performance. I think it's a good quality speaker at $299.
I think it's a fantastic, well-built speaker as well, Gamble. I mean, it has deep bass that you can feel whenever you crank it up. I like that it has voice control capabilities, and even at high volume audio, you can hear you giving it a command. It also has like 7 tweeters that are built, kind of in a circle, not kind of, but in a circular fashion around the base of it, so that it gives you good sound, and it auto calibrates regardless of what type of listening environment. It auto senses the environment and the return that it's getting, from a sound. So I'm going to give this guy, a 9.
Okay, cool. Innovation. I don't think this has been innovative at all. I'm going to be pretty brutal on this one. I don't think it changed anything in the audio landscape. It promised a lot, but it didn't deliver, unfortunately, on innovation. So I'm going to give it a 4 on innovation. I'm not a...
I think this product actually pushes other manufacturers to really evaluate, their smart speaker and trying to compete to make it, theirs maybe even better. I think it does a really good job of innovating and pushing others. I'm going to give it a 6.
Okay. And then integration. This again, it let people down in a way that it doesn't integrate outside of the Apple ecosystem in the HomeKit environment, in the Apple Music environment. It doesn't play nicely with anyone else, unfortunately. And for me, that's where it misses the bigger sale. That's where people maybe didn't buy it in their droves because it was so narrow. But I can also see why they did that. So integration, because it's got the smart home features, it can be your smart home hub for HomeKit. I'm a big fan of that. I'm going to give it a 7. No, 6. I'm going to give it a 6, JJ. It just misses out on some of the other platforms. Although obviously it's got AirPlay as well. I just don't think it's a winner there.
If you live in the Apple family, this is a fantastic device. I mean, one of the things that I love about it is if you're playing audio on your mobile device and you walk over to your Apple HomePod and you just set get your phone close to it, it automatically starts playing whatever you're listening to on your phone. I think that's cool. Super innovative. Works great with your HomeKit as well. 7, Gamble, if you're in the Apple family.
Okay. I'm talking up the scores here, and it's quite interesting who's out in front at the moment. So the last one, and I know we're really running up in our time, so I appreciate you listening. So leave your comments. What have you thought so far about our ratings and rankings of these speakers? And we're going to reveal the winner at the end.
This next one, I think, is going to be a shocker that we're even talking about it. But I mean,
this is the cheapest speaker in the lineup, $99, JJ. This is the Symfonisk by IKEA Wi-Fi bookshelf speaker. I hope I got the pronunciation right. The IKEA speaker that they collaborated with Sonos. It's a double entry from Sonos, but this is IKEA for me. This is their $99 bookshelf speaker, JJ.
$99, man, and you pretty much get very similar results that you get with an actual Sonos product. I have to give that score, that price, a pretty high score. I'd give it an 8, man, on the price.
I'm going 9.
You're going 9 on
that. I think it's pound for pound. This is a crazy amount of tech packed into it. There's other things that might rank it down on points. Style, it's okay. It's not the ugliest speaker. It's very blocky. It's a box with a power lead coming out the back of it, but it's not that ugly. European styling, of course, coming from from Sweden and the design house in IKEA. Style, I'm gonna give it a 5 on style. It's not quite my taste.
I think you're super generous on that, bro. You know what I was shocked to find out about this particular speaker is that actually there was designers that designed this speaker. and it's like square or rectangular, like with some grill cloth on the front of it with a little tab on it. But so I'm going to be rough on the style of it because I don't think it's, super stylish. I'm giving it a 3.
Okay.
Hate me, IKEA. Hate me.
That's all right. So performance, much smaller speaker, doesn't have a great power output, but it's still capable of filling that bedroom, that smaller lounge or reception room with some audio. You can pair it with a second one, like your other speakers in the Sonos family. You can create a stereo pair. You can use them as rear surround, so it's got that flexibility as well in it. So performance, it's not going to blow your pin your ears back on this one. I'm going to give it a 5 on performance. It's not going to wow me, I don't think.
I think it's a good speaker for what it is. I think a lot more people can grasp and understand the concept of a smart speaker by purchasing this. I think it's super kid friendly, and you can actually incorporate it into your traditional Sonos system if you're a Sonos member. I am going to give performance on this guy, I don't know, a 5.
Okay. Okay, category innovation, and please score along with us. What's your score of these products? Innovation, I don't think it's a great deal of innovation. It took all the guts from another Sonos speaker. They put it into a new box. For me, it's not innovative at all. It's got no voice as well, which is a little bit disappointing. Both the Sonos and IKEA speakers lack a voice assistant. I'm going to give it a 4. I don't think it's tearing up too many trees.
What I find fascinating about this product is what hackers are doing with this product, and the innovation that is coming from the DIYers out there, and that's really where I see the innovation is. People are able to take a cheap $99 speaker, tear it all apart, and see what they can do with it without having a bunch of money wrapped up in a traditional speaker. So thank you, IKEA, for doing this one. So I'm going to give it a 5 because of what people can do with it in other venues.
Yeah, and then integration, it's working within your Sonos app, which I think is awesome. You can add that as an inexpensive speaker for a room that you might not have had Sonos in before. It's also got AirPlay 2 functionality. For that price point, I think is a steal. An AirPlay 2 speaker at $99 is insane. You got that ability to go through your Sonos Spotify Connect as well. So for me, on integration, I think this is where it gets a few more points for me. I think it's a 7 on integration for me.
I was going to go with a 5, but because it can double as a shelf, I'm going to go with it as a 6.
Okay. Right, I'm going to tally up these scores, JJ. We'll reveal the winner now.
You know what, Gamble? While you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and get into the Canon Fire. What do you think? And then we'll come back to the tally.
Go for it, mate.
All right. On this week's Canon Fire, I want to talk about keeping it reals. And Canon, where'd you come up with keeping it reals? Actually, I didn't come up with it. One of the integrators out of West Virginia contacted me earlier this week and was saying that he has just been going through all of the different digital rambles and just absorbing everything that we've been talking about, because he has his own home technology business, and it's something that he has been toying with and trying to find the right mix. And Tony O'Brien out there, thank you so much for contacting me and sharing your insight on your mashup of what our nulls is to us, but to what reels is to you. And for other integrators out there, we encourage you to find, maybe a Fab 5 or a Fab 6 of products that work really well with one another, that you feel that can make a true solution for your homeowners. Don't be afraid of maybe going off path and doing something that's not, going with the flow. Go against the current if you feel that, you might be seeing a lot of pain points with the stuff that you might have been selling for quite a long time. Go with something different. Trust your heart, trust your gut, and keep it reals. All right, that's what I got for my Canon Fire.
Cool. Love the story there. And I'm glad to hear people innovating themselves and creating their own Fab 5 or their closed-knit circle of products that they're having a lot of success with. So that's a cool story. So keep interacting with the show. Drop us these stories and messages and let us know how you're getting on with your nulls. So I've got the scores, JJ. Right, in reverse order. The cheapest one and coming in at the end there, IKEA, 57 out of 100. It's a pretty low ball score there, I'm afraid. Fourth place, not far ahead actually, considering the price wise. The Apple HomePod, wow. 62 out of 100. Yeah, so. And then not far ahead of that, 66 out of 100. In third place is the Amazon Echo Studio. I expected this to do better,
Yeah.
but it didn't. It just didn't break that top two. It didn't even get close, actually. And the top two, there's only a point between them. JJ.
Really?
Yeah. Second place goes to the most stylish speaker, but the most expensive, the Devialet Reactor 900. 78 out of 100. That comes in at second place.
Yeah,
and the winner...
it just got those style points, man. That thing is styling.
It definitely got boosted to a maximum 20 points in style. But the winner, and we didn't set this up. This is totally
not staged,
random.
Off the
Sonos One smart speaker from Sonos with a dual voice assistant, with a cool styling, with the expandable system that you can, have 32 rooms of music with your Sonos system. 79 out of 100.
There you go. We got a little bit of cheering there in the background. Yeah, man, I love this Sonos One speaker. We move a lot of these guys, but that nothing was staged in our top 5 ultimate smart speakers for episode 58. There you go. There's the tally right there.
Yeah.
You can see it. And man, I'm super excited to see what kind of comments we're gonna get. We're probably gonna get slayed, Gamble. We're probably just gonna absolutely get slayed.
Good. Come up with your top 5 or your top 1. What's your favorite speaker? Break down the pricing. Break down the categories: price, style, performance, innovation, and integration. That's your 5 categories. Give it a mark out of 10, and leave it in the comments.
All right, Gamble. Man, that was fun. I enjoy trying new stuff.
We got there.
I think we finally made it. And you know what? This is an extra dose of Digital Ramble today.
Yeah, we've gone way over our time.
Yeah, we've gone way over our time, but that's all right. That's all right. All right, friends. We hope that y'all have a fantastic week. Again, drop some comments down below. Share with your friends. Like, subscribe, follow us. We greatly appreciate it. If you don't know, find yourself a Home Tech Pro. Bro, that's some good stuff right there.
Top 5.
Top 5, man. It's going to be a top 5 season. Every month, the Digital Ramble will receive a regular source of income from supporters who've pledged through Patreon. For as little as $1 a month, having your ongoing support means we spend less time thinking about business and more time creating quality content for you.
Customized, based in Norfolk, England, are proud sponsors of the Digital Ramble. Check out our all set up services. It's smart home installation with ease. Customize.uk.com.
If you're looking to make your basic home smart, check out digitaldelight.com/shop, where they have a variety of different smart home technology solutions that help make smart home shopping easy for you. Check out digitaldelight.com/shop.